Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet.
Secondly, say we share debate ahodoa ebe. Say what if you sit where I sit as a practitioner? You know, sometimes it's very easy to sit at a certain place or share a certain thought. The old cano. Now say wait here, I'm right. Oh, now, come say, Otie Abrantoa. They said 12 years. They said 13 years. They said 16 years. They said 14, 17. Now, Okana somehow he was recruited. In fact, come if you just say about more than 60% of one homosexuals are or more common stories actually say they were recruited when they were young. They were in their teens.
Yeah.
As compared to heterosexuals who began exploring their sexuality just about 22%. Now look at the difference. And so sad difference is say about 14 years to him, 17 years. Now I started at age 12. Now sabi na chini na say me eja me oba boy. Na obi be catch me say and a writer. Now from a health perspective, it is difficult. Said I can get my head around this.
From a health perspective.
Yes, say me nyano. Say me nyano say colon cancer is on the rise amongst them. I don't know say me jano. In fact, from my practitioner perspective, Ghana Kwame, which is the third point, the behavior as we see in Ghana is often a union between a sexual pervert and a victim. A sexual pervert and a victim. I just will be a ono opinion. Now, ono epe can be I express it the sexual behaviors. When ya abranto be a life circumstances are buffeting is a be a victim.
Yeah.
Ebia onieja oniena on the street so. Ebia okusco you mind. All of these are processes of victimization. A manipano obey ha. Intino obeshi obia ninsemo wibi. No, I catch and say meet me a while. And remember, and these are things we hear in a clinic. It's me about remember. Now, if you say so, data and evidence is showing say one a day mofrewuremu and then mantewuremu around the coast. They often were paying 50 cedis, 100 cedis, 10 cedis. Yet no. It is also showing say, Kwame, this behavior is also it show a certain level of male prostitution. It's a public health issue.
Male prostitution?
Yes. Now, obedient to me and defend it, say we who say, come here. Now, security issue now, I can say more than 40, is it 70% of Ghanaians? No, more than, let me correct me if I'm wrong, but about 70% of Ghanaians are about age 40 and below in the security report. What that means is that it is a very young population.
Yeah.
Now, if you are dealing with a young population from a psychological perspective, I mean, especially for women between the ages of 13 and 19, and I can stretch even to about age 22. A young adolescent period, it is fraught with adventurism, sensation seeking. Adibia. Explore and in the exploration of that they can make mistakes. We shouldn't forget that at all. They make mistakes. They make life-changing mistakes. They make destiny-wrecking mistakes. And they can make it. And he said, if we cannot structure emofrei say one show about here, then why do we need training? Why do we want to raise them up? Because you need to say one bravo to me a damage a bit my coach wintino. Enti and yes structure nay mom say we a sorry way a sorry way. And your man are exploring a young continent. The geopolitical distribution of Bay or share right from Euro America. Na hodi e yaji hini but e yamu nyina krampun ofia baby to say Russia Over 70% of them are against this. Hungary, the MSN, what did you see? Could be say Singapore is criminalized.
It's criminalized in Singapore.
Yes.
Okay.
And over the rest of the world, I won't say areas like Latin America, it's a yajin hiniho. But places like Middle East, MSA apart from Israel, Israel close more than 40% edutuno. Over maybe it is Saudi Arabia anyway. Wow, non-negotiable. And it's a worship party, the most virgin space. Obey to me, I pick advocacy strongly in Africa.
Yeah.
And no crampo, we South Africa. Magic crowd to crampono, Stella, I say, fully. Quite a sizable of them are against it. And it's Saka Africa. And why would they be able to get Africa? Come here, very simple factors. AB and they say, Ayana Bibi Madrian Kakra as an African scholar. Now, in some of my publications, I make metaka. The African scholar, most of the time, is not assertive.
It's not assertive.
Yes. Adia, as I say, you see, when you're a scholar, one of the first obligations is to work within your context. Now, I share near because look, geopolitical distribution and place may be a United States in India. Factors, several factors influence the way you are. And the way a professional, I was serving or context. Look at your context. Sambria Ghana, now 20% of our young people in Ghana are suicidal. 20%. And the obedient to country me say, from a health perspective, say, if 20% are suicidal, now already suicide is very common among this group. So what can I say? You don't know the public health damage in terms of health. What the baby to my issue. Eba yenga kreya doctors ka krewo, psychologists ka krewo, psychiatrists ka krewo. Na because ejuma sorry. But ejuma it's an abuse also of yenka yabe papa. Say enkrofo epemwa. Omanya psychological damages, omanya medical damages, no muhiamwa. Enti yehano economics. Sometimes American socio-economic factors.
Here come.
And to be never and I answer a professionals no, we are non-assertive. Be free west, but in your own backyard, Kwame, there are people there who are very opposed to this. Now the Caucasian culture no, maybe a didn't nipe corner. And the nipe call a certain line of perversion. Now some perversion mentions a kakra. Kwame, I am not going to say a nipa. Oh, human beings are free to do what they do, and that feelings about medipa acquire. Obedience psychology, obedience making, and you're not correct. Yeah, human feelings, any human behavior. Number one, every human being has the potential to change.
Every human being.
Yeah, bet me I've done it for the worse or for the better. Every human being, and this is a common knowledge in psychology. Only be to me son abrabo. Obet me and you know a criminal. Obet me and you a good person. And you're one. The other person, another point, and they say, people don't change because they choose not to, and yet because they cannot. There are two keywords. People don't change because they choose not to.
Just a
washeda non-person, and yes, own to me as a son. And the Yano visa so na, I didn't know my then I say a show, I am correct.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet